bonjour. Cool. So, yeah. I actually just wanted to start the class by saying that I personally have had a very rough day. It's been a very emotionally challenging day. And, I will say that before class, before coming online, I just really asked myself, I teetered between maybe not going through with it and then remembering that, we'll always have challenges in our life. Challenges will always be presented to us. And really the best thing that we can do is to show up. And so I know that in this practice that I'm going to share with you all, as much as it's for you, today in particular, it's also for me. So with that in mind, let's find a comfortable seat. So if you can sit with your legs crossed, and as you do so, have the right leg in front of the left. You're welcome to widen the sitting bones. Personally, here I'm sitting on top of a block. You could sit on top of a cushion. And of course, you're more than welcome to sit down on the mat, right? If you feel like your hips are open enough to sit on your mat, please do so. Okay, let's take our hands together at the heart space and gently close your eyes. And then let's take a cleansing breath together. Inhale. Go ahead and open your mouth. Exhale. Okay, full breath in. From the mouth. And then one more time, taking a deep inhalation through your nose. But at the top of the breath, hold it. So you're going to retain your inhalation. And then as you do so, see if the belly button is able to draw in. Can you breathe in a little bit deeper? And then let it all out of the mouth. Exhale. With your mouth closed, inhale deep. And exhale. We're going to open our eyes and interlock the fingers, push forward through your hands. So feel that your palms are pressing towards the space in front of you, whilst your elbows are straight. You might even feel the shoulder blades widening on your back, so it's like the upper back is rounding, let's say. And then on the inhalation, we'll start to bring our arms up and over our head. So feel that the buttock bones are pushing down into the earth while you're lifting through the sides of your body, lifting higher through your arms. While your arms are drawing up, also think of pulling them back. So maybe closer to the ears, perhaps behind the ears. Release your hands and turn your body to the right side so that your left hand meets the right knee, your right hand on the floor behind your back. If you're not able to touch the floor behind you, you can reach for your left hip. And feel your upper body growing longer. Very actively lift through the spine. Exhale, turn towards your right side. So here you might consider bending your left arm as a way to twist. Feel the lower part of your back pushing forward into the stomach. And then see if you can turn your chest even more towards the right. Now, as you untwist, take the back arm in front of you and let it go directly on top of your arm, joining the hands in Garudasana, or eagle arms. Then the feeling in the upper back is similar to how we first started, a feeling of widening across the shoulder blades. Take a deep breath in and arch lightly through the spine. As you exhale, you're going to hug your elbows towards the belly button as though you were rounding your spine. Inhale, lift the chest. And only this time as you exhale, stay as you are. Feel your elbows pulling away from the chest. And feel like your chest can continue to go up and over your shoulder blades. Now notice here the spine is in a slight arch. We're going to maintain this. We're going to unravel our arms, reach them to the sides, towards our ears, and also feel that you can reach back without tipping back. Keep the thigh bones pushing down. Then bring your hands together in prayer. Spine is vertical. Lace your fingers and push forward through your palms. Take a moment and switch so that your left leg goes in front of the right leg. Pushing forward through your hands so the shoulder blades go wider. And then inhale, take your arms up, in towards the sky. So your belly button is hugging in. Imagine that the belly button lifts towards the chest. Then just gently turn the palms so your first fingers point up a little bit higher. Then release your hand and turn your body now to the left. So your right hand will hold the left knee, left hand on the floor or towards the right hip. Draw up through the lower back. Turn the left side of your chest to the left. And even feel like your right elbow is bending. Okay, let the right elbow bend in an effort to turn your body more towards your left. Release the twist and take the left arm, the back arm on top of the front arm. So as you find your eagle arms, we're going to inhale and lift slightly through our chest. And then exhale, elbows towards the belly button, a slight rounding of our back. Inhale slowly again, open up through your chest, looking up. And then this time stay as you are, breathe out completely. Gently draw your elbows forward to the sky, still squeezing between the hands and the forearm. And then the chest stays wide. Release your arms to the sides, close towards the ears, still keeping the chest opened. And then exhale, bring your hands into prayer position. Okay, lift your hips. If there's a block or a cushion underneath you, release it, and we'll come into our hands and knees, or come onto our hands and knees. As you breathe in, curl the chest and look up, cow pose. Exhale, round. Okay, again, inhale, allowing the tailbone to lift, the chest to draw forward and up, and then exhale. Now release the toes so you're resting on the tops of the feet. And then as you breathe in, to move into cow pose, lift your heels tightly to your buttocks. On your exhale, place the tops of your feet down, push into the feet so the knees lift, rounding the spine cat. So we're changing it slightly. Lower your knees, and as you come to cow pose, pull the heels into the buttocks, look forward, arms are straight. Exhale, tops of your feet against the floor, push into the hands, round your spine, and see how much the tailbone can curl between your thighs. Again, lower onto the knees, inhale, cow pose, heels towards the buttocks, pull the wrists towards the knees. Exhale, tops of the feet to the floor, round your spine, hover the shins, look towards the knees. Knees down on the floor, and then inhale, curl your chest, tailbone up, heels to buttocks. Exhale, tops of feet to mat, round your spine, and then hold. Do your best to push the floor away from you, get the shoulder blades wide, just like we did in the eagle arms, and then see if you can tilt your pelvis deeper into that cat position. Belly button in, lower your knees, keep your feet on the floor, inhale, cow, look up. Move towards child's pose, exhale, sit on the feet, and relax your head, relax your arms. Staying as you are, take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Walk your hands forward, and then we're coming into down dog pose. So ideally your hands are shoulders width apart. Fingers spreading here, of course, nice and wide. And then really feel what it is that you do with your arms. So when I say that, other than them being straight, are you letting your arms drop to the floor? In which case I would ask you to think of lifting them up. Keep both of the hands flat, the wrists are rooting, but feel like the underside of your arms are lifting away from the ground. And then at the same time, see if you can melt the heart bone down. Now look towards your hands, take an inhale. With your exhalation, step your right foot forward. Take a moment on the tips of your fingers and extend through the chest. With your back knee straight, pause. Right hand comes, right palm is resting at the back part of our head, yeah? Take a breath in, feel the crown of your head draw forward, and as you exhale, open your chest to the right, and see how much you can point your right elbow towards the sky. As you breathe in, bring your right elbow just in front of the shin bone, perhaps a slight rounding of the spine, and then exhale, open through your chest, reach that right elbow high. Okay, repeat that. Elbow in front of the shin bone, a slight rounding of the back, but your left arm is straight. Exhale, turn your chest to the right, right elbow high into the sky. Then release your right hand and stretch it nice and high, perhaps twisting a bit more. And then stretch that right arm over your ear, right hand coming down, high plank, step back. Okay, shoulders are above your wrists. We're going to very gently lower the knees but stay connected to the abdomen. Take the chest slightly front and then bend your elbows slightly. So let's say 45-degree bend of the elbow, maybe less. Collarbones are wide, keep your abdomen drawing in. See if you can bend your elbows a little bit more without collapsing through your body. Now straighten the elbows and find yourself in downward dog. Exhale. Looking towards your thumbs, breathe it in. And with our exhalation, the left foot coming forward. Come to the tips of the fingers. Back leg is straight, left leg bends. Take the palm of your left hand towards the back of your head. Hug your abdomen in. And then as you exhale, open your chest to the left, but focusing on the left elbow reaching up. On the inhale, you're going to slightly round your spine. Think of the left elbow moving in front of the shin bone or perhaps to the midline of the body. And then exhale, twist, reach your left elbow to the sky. For now, hand stays at the back of your head. One more time, repeat that. Inhale, slight rounding of the spine. Make sure your right arm does not bend. Exhale, open through your chest, twist, and then stay here. Can you stay and bring your left elbow higher? Then release your hand and reach it directly to the sky. Stretch the left arm over your ear. Place your left hand to the floor and step to plank. Check with your hands their shoulders distance. The shoulders sit directly over the wrists and very gently lower onto the knees. Zip the abdomen in, forward with your shoulders, and again bend the elbows about 45 degrees. So think of halfway to chaturanga, not all the way. Okay? Keep your navel drawing in and see if you can bend your elbows even more, perhaps closer to chaturanga. Go wide across the shoulders. And straighten your arms. Downward dog as you exhale. And take another deep breath here. You look towards your hands. We'll go right foot forward. This time placing the left knee down onto your yoga mat. Inhale, stretch both of your arms up into the sky. Take your elbows and bend them towards a cactus, towards cactus arms, let's say, towards cactus. And then for the moment, just focusing on the elbows pulling back. So as your elbows pull towards the space behind you, maybe you might notice the shoulder blades drawing together, thereby opening further into the chest. Curl your tailbone forward. Then reach your arms over your head, the palms face each other. Bring your hands towards the floor. You're going to lift your back knee. Right arm will continue reaching back, and then over your head, easy twist. Take your right arm over the ear and step your right leg to high plank pose. From plank, inhale. Exhale, bend your elbows. Your legs are straight. Bend your elbows about 45 degrees, or perhaps towards 90. Holding, and then lying down. Inhale, cobra. So chest goes forward as well as up. Pin the shoulders back. Downward dog with your exhalation breath. Look towards the hands. Left foot forward, right knee to the floor. Inhale, lift both of your arms. Turn your palms to face forward and bend the elbows into cactus with your arms. So with the pelvis, you're really working for it to be more stable, where you would draw the hip bones up. And then exactly as we did before, you're focusing here on pulling the elbows back to really create a widening of the chest. Draw the elbows back, feel a connection to your shoulder blades. Straighten your arms to the sky, palms face each other. Reach your hands towards the front, and then once they touch the floor, lift your back knee, keep reaching the left arm back, and circle towards easy twist. Stretch the arm over the ear, hand to the floor, plank, step back. Inhale. As you exhale, bend your elbows to 45 or to 90. Just make sure you're not dropping the body, in which case you can lower the knees. Lie down on the floor and then inhale, cobra. Stay as you are. Firm the elbows in. Front of the shoulders, they do draw back, but the chest goes more front. Down dog as you exhale. This time, lift your right leg towards the sky. Bend your knee, take it forward towards the nose. Look towards your hands, stay as you are. Push the floor away, squeeze your thigh higher to the chest. Right foot forward. It's next to the right thumb, your back leg is straight, and we'll rise up into high crescent lunge. Lift your arms. Join the hands together in prayer, fold about halfway forward. Inhale. As you exhale, twist to the right. So place the left elbow outside of your knee. Keep bending into the right leg. And then as your elbow pushes strongly against the thigh, twist. See how much more you can open your chest towards the right. And then we're going to untwist, but reach the arms forward and keep your spine in that 45-degree angle, lining with that back leg. Your palms are facing each other, but you're going to see if the thumbs can lift higher. Warrior two pose, open up. Spin the back foot down and look forward. Take a deeper bend into the front leg with your right palm up, reverse the warrior. Go up and back. Then windmill both of your hands to the floor as we this time step the left foot forward towards half lift. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Take chair pose. Legs bend, lifted arms. Sit a little bit deeper, and then take your palms together. Let your palms touch, and then bend your elbows. So we're gonna call this drop prayer. The thumbs are behind your heart. Feel like you could almost take the base of your wrists towards the base of the skull. Gently pull up. Let the back of your head push into the space of the forearms. Sit lower. Then fold over your legs and touch down, frame your feet. Look forward and find length. If you would like to jump to chaturanga, by all means do so. Otherwise, it's stepping, stepping. Finish your flow. And as in downward dog, it is rolling. Breathe out. Okay, stretch your left leg towards the sky. Bring the knee in towards your nose, exhale and then pause. Almost like your knee comes towards the space of your arms. And just notice if your body is dropping or falling into gravity, push the floor away so your back is rounded and your thigh is more tight into the stomach. Step very lightly the foot next to the left thumb as we rise into high crescent lunge. Hands come together in prayer position. Fold about halfway forward, right? So this, eventually when we release the twist, we come back to this line, in line with the right leg. Hook your right elbow outside of the left knee. Now, work into that back thigh. So the front of your right thigh is actively lifting from the mat, but your front knee is bending deeper. Push the elbow strongly against the leg twist. Spine rotates to the left. Then untwist, remember that line with the back leg, extend forward through your arms. Palms are facing each other. Think of your thumbs going higher. Abdomen in, soften the ribs. Lengthen through your arms, lift higher through the thumbs. And then warrior two, as your back foot roots down, look over the front middle finger. Take a full breath in. With your breath out, left leg lunges, and then reverse the warrior. Reach up as well as back. And go ahead and bring both of your hands to the floor. This time right foot forward towards Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. And then Utkatasana, chair pose. Stay strong in the legs, keep them bent. Palms join. Bend your elbows and take the thumbs as close to the upper back as you can. Then take the back of your head, right? There's a crook of your arms. Press it back. Feel your elbows squeezing tighter. Exhale, sit deeper. And then forward fold, frame your feet. Look straight ahead. Inhale, step or jump through. Chaturanga. I'm going to skip the vinyasa myself and go back directly to downward facing dog. We're going to lower down onto our knees. And make sure your hips are on top of the knees, thighs straight up and down. And we'll walk forward through our hands into Anahatasana, heart opening pose or puppy pose. Okay, push firmly against the hands. So remember this feeling I asked you to do in down dog where you're lifting the underside of the arm bones. And just do that for one more breath. We'll now look forward, and then you can place both of your elbows onto the ground, but the elbows are still in front of you, and then take your palms, join them together. You're going to slowly soften through your head. Remember the drop prayer position. Can you bend your elbows here and bring your thumbs towards the back of your heart? Okay, some of you might be able to walk the elbows a little bit more forward. Just feel like you're pushing your hips back and allowing the chest to soften. Just take another breath into your upper spine. And then straighten your arms. Hands come down to the floor, separate them shoulders distance, and come back. Or rather, walk your hands towards you, and then downward dog. Exhale, breath. Okay, allow your big toes to touch. And then we're going to stretch our right leg high towards the sky. Let that right leg come up. The knee all the way forward towards the nose. Make sure your toes are pointing and squeeze the heel to the buttock. Kick back and up through the right leg. Look forward and go soft with your step. Warrior two, open up. And then inhale with your right leg bending, reach forward through the right hand. Place it on the floor, your left arm up into the sky. So there's a little bit of a twist. You're rotating the chest to the left, and then go ahead, left arm behind your back. Can you hook onto your inner right thigh? Okay, and if you can't, your left hand can stay around the lower back. It might just grab the cloth of your pants or your shorts. Let's look down at the right leg, inhale. And exhale, bend into it even more, that front leg. Make sure your chest continues to face the left. Come up onto your right index finger, and then stretch your right arm forward. Let the palm face the sky. Keep pushing firmly through your back heel. Curl your tailbone towards that back foot. And then reverse the warrior. Allow that left hand to stay as it is. Can you use that left hand to in fact slide the right thigh bone forward even more? Then your hands come down towards the floor. You step back into the three-leg downward dog. That right leg rises high and towards the sky. Okay. Bend your knee so the right thigh is lifting here. The heel is to the buttock, and then lift your left heel high. Now start spinning the heel to the left. Okay, listen carefully. We're not going towards wild thing. We're going to see if we can find balance in this variation of side plank, where your right knee is bent and you're trying to kick the thigh back. Maybe see if your right hand can reach for the heel or the ankle. Once it touches, right hand to the floor. Downward dog. Inhale forward to plank. And then chaturanga. Straighten your arms, high plank. Downward dog, exhale. Lift your left leg to the sky. Knee to the nose. Kick back and up, inhale. Look forward and step between the hands. Okay, warrior two, that's where we go. So right away, spread your arms. Inhale, take your left arm forward. So go ahead and, with your knee bending, stretch forward a lot, like you could touch the space in front of you, hand down on the floor, your right arm high into the sky. Work that twist. Rotate the right side of your ribs high into the sky. Then right arm goes behind your back. See how close you can hold your inner left thigh. You might have to create space for yourself. And then as you do so here, just notice, is the right side of your chest starting to face the ground? If so, that's okay. Work against that. Open to the right, open to the sky. Now keep your chest to the right, but look down. Bend your front knee deeper. And then when you're ready, lift your left arm so it's lined with the left side of your body. Your palm is facing up. And so it's a variation of bound side angle pose, you can say. And then reverse the warrior. That means your front knee is still bending. Perhaps seeing if you can use your right hand to slide the left thigh forward even more. And we're going to bring our hands down towards the floor and find downward dog with the left leg rising high. Now bend your knee, but don't open the hip. Lift your right heel high. Start to spin with control to the outer edge of the foot. Come up into your left fingertips and reach your left leg, left arm up. Find your balance in this side plank, sort of variation of having a hamstring curl. Left hand sees if it can tap the heel or the ankle. And then once it does, hand to the floor. Find your down dog, exhale. And then inhale forward into Palakasana. Exhale, Chaturanga, Dandasana. Go right into upward dog or cobra. Inhale, take pause. Pin the shoulders back, the chest forward. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Take 2 more breaths here. Then rise on the balls of your feet, look forward, bend your knees. You can hop or step towards the front part of the mat, like it's dinner time. Inhale towards half lift, and then exhale to deeply fold. Rise all the way up and towards the sky, that's your breath in. And as you exhale, join the hands together at the heart space. Bend your legs, Utkatasana, that's your chair pose. And then forward fold. Okay, lift halfway, find leg. Exhale, Chaturanga. Again, feeling free to skip the vinyasa if you wish. That's always an option. You can always go directly to down dog, which is essentially our meeting point. Now look at your feet at the hip distance. Turn the left heel in slightly, so the foot is about 45 degrees, and then we will step the right foot forward. Okay, towards Virabhadrasana 1, lift both of your arms up. So as you bend into your front leg, make sure that you're able to keep that outer hip gently pulling back. Abdomen is lifting. Okay, as we did before, we're going to bend the elbows, or earlier in class, bend the elbows towards cactus arms. Only this time, see if you can externally rotate your shoulders. So the resulting action would be that the elbows end up facing the front and your fingertips end up facing the back. But do this without bending the wrists. What you bend is your front leg more. Keep your chest opening as your arms reach down along the sides, but also keep pulling them away from the front. Lace the fingers together. And then rest on the right thigh or lower your head towards the inner ankle. Humble warrior. You keep bending into the front leg. Hug that outer right hip back. And then rise all the way up into warrior one pose, letting your arms reach up into the sky. Bring both of your hands down to the floor, and then find downward dog, right leg up. You let the right leg bend. This time, turn your hip towards the right. So Go ahead and really see how much you're able to open up through your hip. Take the knee all the way towards the outside of your left arm and then towards your right wrist. Lower the shin bone to the floor and find yourself in a pigeon pose. Okay, we're going to take the hands slightly in front of us, almost like what we do in Anahatasana, or heart opening pose. And then we go left hand to the right. And then we go right hand to the left. And then we see if we can walk the hands further away from each other. Stay here, perhaps bring your hands together into Garudasana, eagle arms. Again, this is definitely an option. Otherwise, you just keep your arms crossed, hands walking away from each other. Let's take 2 breaths more here. Last full breath. And if you're in the eagle arms, release them. Slowly slide your hands back to the floor, shoulders distance apart, and then it's down dog with the right leg up into the sky. Okay, allowing that knee to be bent still, go ahead back to that open hip, and then rise on the ball of your left foot. Okay, we're going to slowly turn the heel to the left, drop your right foot on the floor to the left side as you flip over towards wild thing. Take that right hand to the back of your head, cup the head, and feel like your elbows going to the sky, but also towards the right side of your body. And then back, or rather towards downward dog, exhale. Okay, move through the flow if that's what you need. Breathe into plank. Chaturanga, bend the arms. Up facing dog, inhale. Exhale, down dog. And looking at the feet, watching the right heel turn in. So look at your right foot, it's now at 45 degrees, about 2 o'clock. Step the left foot forward. With your front knee bending, rise into Virabhadrasana 1. Stretch your arms high into the sky. Palms face the front, bend your elbows, cactus arms. Like we did earlier, pull the elbows back 1, and then 2, rotate the shoulders externally here. So the feeling would be as though the shoulder blades were sliding down your back and then gently pushing up into the heart. Notice the collarbones wide, keep them as they are. Front leg is bending, but arms straightening as well as reaching back. The hands clasp behind you, and then we travel towards humble warrior, where you lower your head towards the inner ankle. Perhaps it's also the chest, while the arms reach away. All of our weight is going forward, so we ground through the outer edge of our back foot. We're focusing on hugging the outer left hip back and just connecting with whatever it is in this experience that we can notice. Pushing through our feet to rise all the way back up into warrior 1 pose. And then with our hands down into the floor, 3-leg downward facing dog. Let the knee bend, and then find the opening of your hip. Keep both of your elbows straight. Take the knee forward to the outside of your opposite arm. Then cross it towards the left, and place the leg in pigeon pose. Slide your right leg back. The hands are front. We'll go right hand underneath the left arm to the left. Left hand in front of the right, over to the right, and then walk the hands away from each other. Remember that this is one option to stay in, chin over the left arm. Some of you might find eagle in your arms. And can we stay connected for 2 more full breaths? Go ahead, release the hands gently. Start uncrossing your arms, hands flat on your yoga mat, and then find 3-leg down dog, which I think in Sanskrit is actually Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana. That's actually 1 leg down dog. Bend your knee, open the hip. The right heel to rise, spin the heel to the right side of your mat, and maybe notice or watch that left foot tipping over. Once it touches down, start to turn your chest to the left, opening towards the sky. Cup the base of your skull with the left hand. Feel like you're pulling the head away from the neck, opening through the chest more. And then look down, left hand to the floor, downward dog. Exhale completely, and then inhale to plank. Exhale, lower the knees and then find the arch of the spine, cow. Exhale, bend your elbows, 8-point pose, Ashtanga Namaskara. Keep the lift of your pelvis, reach your arms beside you. If this is uncomfortable, walk your knees one step back. If you can, maybe instead, you'll walk one step forward. And if you're still okay here, perhaps straightening the knees, everyone, buttock bones higher. Slide your legs to the floor. Keep your arms where they are. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the arms. Palms face the floor. And then lower your hands so they become a pillow. Rest your forehead down. Then take your hands and place them behind your head. Okay, as we go forward, if you find it a little tight for you to have the hands behind your head, you can alternatively have the fingers resting at the temples. Okay, this will also work. Make sure that your elbows are wide. And then as we inhale, we're going to gently push the back of our head into the hands and then work against gravity, lift the chest. Don't let your elbows drop. Keep working the outer arms higher into the sky. And reach your elbows to the right and the left. Lift a little bit higher. And then slowly come down. Hands beside your chest. Downward dog. Exhale. You look forward. Right foot between the hands. You're going to rise up into a high crescent lunge, high crescent pose. Bend your left arm here so the hand goes behind your shoulder blades, and then bring your right hand behind your back. Find koh-mmunity arms. That's cow face arms. Inhale, lifting your left elbow higher. Almost feel like you can lean back slightly. And then with your koh-mmunity arms, bring the spine towards vertical. And then fold about halfway over your right leg. Now, hold strong as best as you can. Bend deeper into your front knee and slowly lift your back leg towards a Virabhadrasana 3 with the cow face arms. Can you curl your tailbone towards the lifted heel higher? Then place your left foot next to the right, bend your knees towards chair, left arm to the sky, right arm out, and then also up. Rise to standing, making sure your hands are facing each other, and then right thigh up to the chest. It's actually, there's sweat in my eye, and I'm really resisting, quote unquote, touching my face. All right, so right thigh is up towards the belly. You're gonna take your right arm down along the side, so your palm ends up facing the right side. Then take your foot behind you into the palm. Stretch high through the left arm. Breathe in. As you exhale, kick the right leg back, Nadarajasana. And work the hugging of your inner right thigh towards the midline. And then you're going to let go of your right leg, let it straighten, and bring your arms out like a T, airplane wings. You're going to lower your right foot to the floor, chair pose, bend your legs. With hands to prayer, to the right, twist. Untwist, stretch both of your arms back to chair. Keep your elbows straight and reach back slightly. Exhale, forward fold. Towards half lift. Exhale, big step back with your left foot, and then find 3-leg downward dog. Okay, let your right knee bend, open the hip. Rise on the ball of the left foot, spin the heel to the left. Come up onto your right fingertips. Reach your right hand towards the outside of your back foot, the outside of your right ankle, just like we did in Anahatasana, only this time perhaps you're holding the outer part of that foot. You can bend your bottom leg to help with stability. I don't know why my voice is raspy. In any case, release your right foot, right hand to the floor, look forward, knee into the nose, step between your hands, left knee to the floor, inhale, Antitasana, reach up through your arms, and then grab onto the hands, your wrists, or you can hold onto the elbows. So think of your arms essentially framing the face. Use your hands to pull the elbow joints high. Exhale, draw the elbow joints back. So notice where your upper arm bones are in space. Keep them there, but reach the hands away from each other to the sides. And then hands down onto the floor. Vinyasa. Personally, I'll go to down dog directly. Exhale in dog. Let the left leg rise. Bend your knee in towards the nose. Step your foot forward. High crescent lunge. Bring both of your arms up. Lift the chest. So of course you focus first on stability of the hips, a grounding of your legs. Bend your right arm. Reach the left arm to the side, down and up towards the right hand. Find your koh-mmunity. So koh-mmunity, cow face. Cow face pose. Find your koh-mmunity arms. Tailbone curls. Now instead of backward bending, we're going to fold about halfway forward, only making sure that our right arm isn't pushing the head down. Keep your throat open. Bend into the front leg and feel the back leg rise into a warrior three pose. The hips mostly leveled, the chest mostly squared. And you almost feel like that top elbow extends to the front of your space. Bring your right foot next to the left. Bend your knees towards a chair with cow face arms. Reach your right hand up into the sky. Bring your left arm down and then up over your head. Sit a little bit deeper and then stand all the way up with your left thigh up and towards the chest. Take your left arm down beside you, palm facing the left. Bring the foot to the inside of your hands, the tailbone draws down, and then Anahatasana. Start to kick back. Now really use this lifted leg, push the left foot against your left hand to really open through the left side of your heart. Take another breath, perhaps the left thigh bone lifting higher. You're then going to let go of your left hand, straighten the leg back, reach out through your arms like airplane wings. Step the foot forward, bend your knees, chair, hands to the heart, to the left, twist. Untwist, bringing your arms high, keep your elbows straight, reach back, and then fold. Look forward. Right foot back. Three-leg downward dog. Okay, let the knee bend. Open the hip. Right heel rising. Okay, listen carefully. Start by bringing your outer right foot on the floor. Come up onto your left fingertips so there's more balance. Then as you feel steadier, reach your left hand. You might have to bring your left thigh a little bit towards the stomach so you can grab the outside of your ankle. And then once you hold it, or once you're holding it, then you can work into that back bend. Reach the tailbone towards the back of the space as the left heel presses away from your upper back. Release gently, downward dog. Exhale there. Okay, please stay in down dog. Inhale. Push back through the thighs. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lower the knees, find the arch of the spine, cow, look forward. Exhale, round the back, cat. Find tabletop, inhale. Tabletop being more neutral in the spine. Come forward with your chest. Keep the abdomen locked. And then bend your elbows 45 degrees. Collarbones wide. Perhaps bending your elbows even more, closer to 90 degrees. Collarbones are still wide. Tuck the toes. Curl the tailbone. Straighten the legs. Head forward, chest forward. Straighten your arms, plank. Down dog. Exhale. Take another breath. And look towards your hands. Lift the heels, bend the knees. You can jump to seated or step, cross your ankles. And then slide your legs forward. Okay, both legs are forward. We are then bending our right leg. So your right leg is bent, the foot is still on the right track. The right, in this case, being the right side of your body. And the right arm, so you'll take your left hand and bring it out to the side. Stretch the right arm up and reach forward so your arm is on the inside of the leg. Okay, we're moving towards a Marichirasana. You're gonna turn, inner rotate the arm so the thumb faces down, and then bend your elbow, reach the back of your hand towards the buttock. Left hand coming behind you, seeing if you can connect the hands. There will be some of you at home who are unable to hook the hands. In which case, just having both of your hands out to the side, but the right arm is still in front of the shin bone, and the right arm is actively pushing the shin bone back, deepening that right hip into hip flexion. Now, for those of you who are hooked in the hands or perhaps bound, you will also draw the shin back, but then reach forward through the heart. Lift the chest and release the hands. Right leg forward. Okay, bend your left knee. So the heel is more or less in front of your left buttock. Right hand is to your right side. Reach the left arm high into the air. Lean slightly to the right so when your arm goes forward, it's on the inside of the leg. Rotate the shoulders so the thumb faces down. Bend your elbow and reach this arm behind your back. See how much you can reach behind you. And notice that I also held my shin in this case, which can also create leverage. Right arm behind you, perhaps holding the hands or binding. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, reach forward. Inhale, lift your head. Release your arms. Straighten the left leg. From here, we're going to bend both of our knees so the feet are flat. The legs are bent. Hands go behind you. Hands are shoulders distance. Fingers are pointing forward. Push into the hands so the elbows are straight. Okay, very much the chest is wide. Press through your feet and then lift the hips up. You could have your chin to the throat. You could look up so the neck is long. Lastly, you can let your head hang back. Whatever you're doing, root through the inner hand as well as the inner feet. Curl your tailbone forward, engage the buttocks, squeeze the inner thighs. Lift higher your chest. Then slowly our buttocks lowers. And then we'll reach both of our legs forward. End up lying down on your back, drawing the knees towards the chest. Arms around your legs. If you can grab your elbows, great. If you can grab your hands, also great. And then rock a little from right to left. And then let go of your left leg to the floor, right thigh stays in. And then we're going to twist. Cross your knee over towards the left. And stretch the right arm out. As you reach your right arm out, have the palm facing the sky, not the floor. And then maybe bend your elbow so it's back to that cactus arm.
And you can look at the elbow, it's in line with the shoulder. The wrist is in line with the elbow. Release the twist. Take that right thigh into you, left thigh in. Again, reaching around for whatever it is that you can grab and then squeeze. Right leg all the way down onto the floor, left thigh hugging into the chest. Squeeze it in. And then twist. Knee crossing towards your right, left arm out. Look towards the left thumb. Bend your left arm to the cactus that we've done a number of times today. Find a deeper twist. Can you feel that, in fact, you're pushing the back of your left shoulder into the floor? Come back to center. One final time, left thigh in towards you, right thigh in towards you. Only this time, let's say the left hand is on the left knee and the right hand is on the right. Squeeze. Take your arms inside of the legs. Grab the insides of the feet or perhaps the inner heels. Ananda Balasana. Ananda, joyful. Balasana, child or baby pose is happy baby pose. Feet come together in Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined bound angle pose. Straighten both of your legs. Shavasana. Palms facing up. See if you can allow your body to relax and become even heavier. More connected to the body. Move your fingers, move your toes. Take your arms over your head and stretch long. Bend your knees. Take a moment moment and curl into a fetal position on the right side. Feel the more immediate effects of your practice here. Go ahead and make your way up towards the seat.
Sitting up a little bit taller, perhaps a bit lighter in your shoulders, being free of any of your burden, at least for the time being. And then bringing both of your hands to the heart space. A simple gesture of gratitude to this practice for really carrying us and supporting us through these times of uncertainty. Take a deep breath in together. Open the mouth. And then bow your head. Thank you all for joining us here at YogaKoh. I wish you an awesome evening or day ahead of you. Namaste. On that note, namaste.